Next tonight, a Dumfries respite centre has shut due to a shortage of social care staff. The facility supported young adults who had mental and physical disabilities.
The sudden temporary closure leaves some families without any alternative provision. Our reporter, James Mahon, has been hearing from those affected by the closure.
The Leonard Cheshire home was closed for almost an entire year due to the pandemic. Now, just a few months after reopening its doors, it's shut again.
We just have to wait and see whether it'll open. We hope it doesn't close all winter, because I think the thought of being all winter with no respite it doesn't bear thinking about, really. Because it's the only time my husband and myself get time together, really, on our own.
Alison works as a nurse while also supporting her 29-year-old daughter, who is autistic.
The whole care sector at the moment is just, the staffing is terrible. There's just so many people off. So I can totally understand where Leonard Cheshire's coming from, because they can't get staff, but it doesn't change our position, because we are carers all over, have really taken the brunt of this.
Alison's friend Leslie uses respite services for her son, who has cerebral palsy.
So we have nothing. We are caring for him 24/7, and it was nice just to get a night that we could go out for a meal, or we could do something. The sector everywhere's opened back up their doors, but they're shutting their doors.
In a statement to ITV News, Leonard Cheshire explained that the staffing shortages were unprecedented. They went on to say the decision has been taken after careful consideration and consultation with the people we support and our employees. Staff currently working within the respite service will be redeployed to our local supported living services. We are working with the relevant authorities to alleviate these recruitment challenges, and we intend to reopen the respite service as soon as it is possible to do so.
Perhaps scaling down the service would have helped, rather than closing completely. And I don't know who it was that they consulted with, but the three of us here, none of us were consulted on it.
Disability activist Sanjeev Mann believes what has happened in Dumfries is just one example of a wider issue facing Scottish social care.
Now it's not just the fact that you can't get the hours, it's the fact that you can't actually, if you got the hours, then you can't get the staff.
He feels respite care is now more important than ever, with furlough ending and parents trying to get back to work.
So respite really allows them to have a break from their parents, and it also allows their parents to have a break, because they probably wouldn't really get it any other way. And it also kind of allows people that are isolated to kind of be a part of the community.
Dumfries and Galloway Social Care have explained that they are now monitoring the situation and are in contact with the families affected, and that all staff from Leonard Cheshire will be redeployed locally for daycare community services. James Mahon, ITV News, Dumfries.
The Lake District's mountain rescue volunteers have...
And that all staff from Leonard Cheshire will be redeployed locally for daycare community services. James Mahon, ITV News, Dumfries.